Historic districts are valuable, and people should be concerned about our history because it roots us to our past and it gives us a basis for our current lives. North Carolina has had a wonderful historic preservation tax credits. We are one of the leaders in the country. But unfortunately, one of the challenges that historic preservation faces in North Carolina is that the legislature allowed these credits to lapse December of 2014. Now, there still is a federal credit, only for income producing commercial buildings. But we need to get the matching North Carolina credit and the aggressive North Carolina residential credit back in place. Without that credit, people are postponing work on their properties. They are doing smaller projects, whereas the credit can stimulate a greater investment and a better stabilization of property. It generates loans, it raises property values which affect the county, the city, and all of us. It means we have to pay less because the values of our property generally are going up. It draws visitors here because we are a tourist destination, and I think we're one of the finest examples in North Carolina and one of the greatest cities along the East Coast when it comes to the quality of our historic districts and resources.
Historic preservation requires typically a higher level of skill from your laborers. So those jobs tend to pay better and they tend to be local. They tend to stay in the community where they can utilize their skills because of the higher pay that's available. The historic tax credit is not just a tool to be used in larger urban areas. It really is a tool that can be utilized in small rural communities as well. There's an inventory of historic structures in small little towns throughout North Carolina that need that extra little step to be able to make the argument to redevelop these properties. And if that's the one push that a developer or an owner needs to make that commitment for the additional risk of redeveloping that property, that's a tool that can't be overlooked for economic development in these smaller communities.
It takes a family, it takes a community to save our historic resources. So citizens can be involved by showing up at public hearings, by advocating for wise legislative and land use decisions. And right now, citizens can make a big difference in North Carolina by contacting the legislators to ask them to reinstate North Carolina's impactful state preservation tax credits. We cannot do it by ourselves. We have to have people helping us.